Hello, how are you? I hope everybody's having a nice day. This is Bible story with Jackie, and I want to speak about. It's a long story. It's Esther 1:1, but I won't be speaking about Esther today. I'm going to speak about Queen Vashti. Okay, so it's Esther 1:1 if you want to look it up. This is a Bible story of a Queen Vashti who basically disrespected her king, and I guess I would say her husband. For 180 days, King Cyrus, this king is a wealth and kingdom king. He had a vast kingdom. He had splendor, he had glory, and it was majestic. I love that word majestic, it's so beautiful. After displaying all this wealth he had for the 180 days, he had a banquet with his couches were actually gold and silver. The payments were mosaic and mother of pearl, all costly stones. I'll tell you one thing, I would love to have a couch that's gold. I would love to have a couch that's silver, but I can't afford that right now. And I don't know if I ever will be able to. But then again, I'm not a king. But this king, Cyrus, he was a nice king. I heard that he was very nice, and I read that. Wine was served in goblets of pure gold. Queen Vashti, his queen, also gave a banquet for the women in the royal palace, all the women in the royal palace of King Cyrus. On the seventh day, he called for Queen Vashti. He was in great spirits, so he wanted her to come basically party with him, you could say, in a way. So so I would say she was a very beautiful queen, they're saying. His wife, and Queen Vashti is her name, she wore a really royal crown to display her beauty, and she was very lovely to look at. And this is all in Esther 1:1 in the Bible of the New Testament. So he called his servants, basically they were called eunuchs, 7 of them. But I would call them servants or eunuchs just to, because some people don't know what eunuchs is. I had to look that up, and I found out they're basically servants, and there's a lot more to them if you want to really Google that. So this again is Esther 1:1. Call my queen, he said to the 7 eunuchs. The attendants delivered the king's command to Queen Vashti. But Vashti refused to come. She refused and said no. The king became furious and burned with anger. So it was customary for the king to consult experts in this matter of law and justice. He was so embarrassed that his wife wouldn't come to his banquet. She was just having her own little banquet, and she just disrespected him so much. According to law, the king asked, what must be done to Queen Vashti? She has not obeyed the command of King Cyrus that the eunuchs servants have taken to her. She said no. Queen Vashti has done wrong, not only against the king, but also against the people. The queen's conduct will respond to all the king's nobles in the same way. There will be no end of disrespect and discard. Everyone's going to hear about this, how she disrespected this king. And then the king won't get any respect either. Therefore, if it pleases the king, let him issue a royal decree, and let it be written in the laws of Persia and Media, which cannot be replaced. This is the royal decree. Royal decree. Vashti is never again to enter the presence of King Cyrus. Also, let her go. We will let the king know. We will give her royal position to someone else who is better than she. So now the story is not finished. It goes into Queen Esther, but I will do that. But I will still get into this in the next YouTube video. It will be applied to who replaced Queen Vashti. It was Esther, and it's a big story about Esther, so I have to do it in another YouTube video. So this is my view. It could be an error or maybe disagreed with. In this year, 2024, when wives disrespect their husbands, because I guess there's no queens and kings except in England, is that okay? In the Bible, it does say husbands love your wives and wives respect and listen to your husbands. In this case, Queen Vashti had everything. She was a beautiful queen, but she said no. She disrespected him so bad in front of all the royal people, and it was so embarrassing for him. She said, I'm not listening to this king. The wise man said she has to go. She also was like, just no reason, no nothing, just nope, I'm not going. So other women will see this and disrespect their king's husbands, and this is a problem. So I know everyone or some people are saying, well, whatever. No, this is a very, very olden days in the Bible. But like I said, in other chats, we can apply old time teachings to now, because God never changes. He loved us all the way back then, and he loves us now. We should listen to wise wisdom. This queen came to nothing. She got kicked out, and they said, we will get someone better than her. And you know, this applies to jobs. This applies everywhere you disrespect a job, a husband, a place of living. You know, they're going to kick you out and say, well, guess what? I'll get somebody better than that person. That's just the way I think of it. You see, people can be replaced in a moment. I don't know if anyone knows that. So let's respect each other in our jobs, in whatever we're doing, because we can be replaced in a moment, even, I guess, in marriage or whatever it is. Imagine a king of England says, Queen, let's go out and say hello to the people, or do this or that, and she says no. Woman will be like, is the king alone? So people here in 2024, why even bother with old school teachers? That's what they say. Why even bother with that? It's because God's word is final. It does not change. What was then is still now. What is now was still then. Just different people, but justice still prevails. God sees all. The reason I'm trying my best to tell these stories is to learn something about olden days, and they still apply to now. The Bible never changes, and God never changes. I know some may say, I'm too busy to read the Bible, even one page. I don't understand it. And why would I want to read it? One page a day or anything? Well, I felt the same way. I did not understand why I needed to read the Bible. I found out that this is God speaking to us. I started opening my eyes and ears and found that these words on these pages are God talking to us. I hope people can understand or be happy to open the Bible and maybe read a page and get closer to God. Because when you get close to God, he gets close to you. If they cannot understand verbiage or why bother, because you see, God sees us. That's why we should bother. If we can't understand the verbiage, we could go on Google. That's what we have now in 2024 and try to interpret. What does this word eunuch mean? Well, there's a big meaning to it. I couldn't really explain it, so I just said servants. But you guys might want to find out what eunuchs are. I thought it was really strange when I read that. I said, wow, eunuchs are that? Wow. So we could read and love his word. You know, he helps you when you turn towards him, his word. He turned towards you. This happened to me too. When I turned towards him, he turned towards me. Anyway, the next YouTube will be about Esther, Queen Vashti's replacement. We will truly see how God has an order to things and how he does things in his own way. There is certainly a plan he has for all of us. Don't turn your back on God. He is real. And he will not turn his back on you. We are all his children. Thank you, and God bless everyone here. In case you want to help this YouTube channel, this is like only my third or fourth video, I'm not sure. It's $JACKIEBIBLESTORY 777. $Jackie Bible Story 777. Everyone have a beautiful day. And this story was in Esther 1:1. It's a really regal story, and it's a learning lesson story, and it's very wonderful. And I wish everybody here a really blessed day, and God bless you all, and I love you all with the love of Jesus. Thank you for watching, and take care. Bye-bye.